breaking news, brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
ESPN West Palm is highlighting the best performance of the week, presented by Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Every week, a different team will be featured across ESPN 106.3 and ESPN West Palm Play. The winning performance receives $500, courtesy of Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Do you know a team, player, or school with a killer performance? Nominate them by emailing highschool@espnwestpalm.com. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Go where the pros go.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
The road is calling. Embrace the thrill of the drive with the fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron. Featuring effortless power, serious acceleration, and advanced Audi tech. The next chapter of Audi is here. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
The pink smoke is in the air. Inter Miami Soccer is on ESPN 106.3. Here's Mike Rizzo.
Mantente tibio con sueldo del agua premium oficial de Inter Miami. Nacido en los manantiales volcánicos de Ecuador, Splendor está naturalmente enriquecida con oro y plata, ofreciendo un sabor puro y refrescante. Hidratación y recuperación. La colección perfecta.
Welcome back to Fort Lauderdale. It is halftime here at Chase Stadium. Inter Miami 2, Nashville 0. And Lionel Messi with both goals for the home side. He scores in the 9th minute, and he does so off of a turnover where he just marched from about 35 yards out and was able to beat a flat-footed and beaten Joe Willis. It was 1-0 at that point. Inter Miami then would have another pitch later in the half, and this time it was a beautiful buildup. And it was Matteo Silvetti who got the ball in the left box and rolled it to the penalty arc, and Lionel Messi knew exactly what to do with it, as he always does in the 39th minute, a goal. And that is your scoring in the first half. Inter Miami 2 and Nashville 0. As we head on through this halftime show, let's look at the rest of Major League Soccer and what is taking place on a pivotal Saturday night in Major League Soccer. And this halftime report is going to be brought to you by Hard Rock Bet. Hard Rock Bet, we are right now at halftime. The score is Inter Miami 2, Nashville 0. Hard Rock Bet, the only legal sports book in Florida. Download the Hard Rock Bet app. Begin betting and winning on your favorite soccer matches now. So several game threes in Major League Soccer in this first half, or in this first round, I should say. And as we take a glance at this schedule, NYC FC, we knew that yesterday, a 3-1 triumph to head to the quarterfinal. Minnesota beat Seattle 7-6 on penalties in what was a 3-3 classic. And Cincinnati able to upend Columbus earlier today. The winner of this Miami-Nashville match will take on Cincinnati in round number 2. So on to the quarterfinal is Cincinnati Inter Miami, who was winless in 2 matches against Cincinnati this season, will have to find a way to unlock FC Cincinnati, and Cincinnati will have the home field advantage in that one. Philadelphia, 1 seed through. Cincinnati, 2 seed through. Will Inter Miami, the 3 seed, be able to find a way to the quarterfinal? We are going to find that out. And we will receive the schedule of what's going to take place in the quarterfinal at the conclusion of this match tonight, but still a lot of work to do for Inter Miami. As I mentioned in the first half, in the 3-game series to this point, Inter Miami has a 5-3 aggregate advantage. If this was typical aggregate like you see everywhere else in international football, Inter Miami would have gone through thanks to the late Lionel Messi goal, but it would have been really nervy because it would have been Nashville that would have been, up until the Messi goal, past 100 minutes, that would have had a foot into the quarterfinal. So this best-of-3 format, there's both a downside and an upside for these two teams. We'll go ahead and take one final break in this halftime show and get you ready for the second half of action. Inter Miami 2, Nashville SC 0. The second half on the way. This is Inter Miami football.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2025 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2025 Defender 110 P300S for just $889 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in. We begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
ESPN West Palm is highlighting the best performance of the week, presented by Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Every week, a different team will be featured across ESPN 106.3 and ESPN West Palm Play. The winning performance receives $500, courtesy of Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Do you know a team, player, or school with a killer performance? Nominate them by emailing highschool@espnwestpalm.com. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Go where the pros go.
It's Inter Miami Soccer on ESPN 106.3. Let's get back to the pitch. Here's Ken LaVicka.
We are on the doorstep of the second half here at Chase Stadium. Inter Miami with the 2-0 lead over Nashville. Lionel Messi, 9th minute goal. Lionel Messi, 35th minute goal. Inter Miami with the advantage, but this is no time to let a foot off the gas. Inter Miami will have to see this through, and sometimes that's the most difficult part of this entire journey. You get the lead, and then you try to see it through, and you can bet Nashville is going to be an absolutely desperate side. Nashville, who snapped a 10-match winless streak to Inter Miami at home last Saturday in the driving rain that lasted the entire 90 minutes plus. We did have 11 minutes of extra time at the end of that. Nashville able to grab some confidence, show themselves they can do it. Inter Miami has tried their best to show Nashville what has made the Herons so dominant throughout the course of the last 2.5 years. And it doesn't look like there's any changes at halftime for Inter Miami. Rocco Rios Novo in goal. A backline of Jordi Alba, Maxi Falcone, Noah Allen, Ian Frey, Baltasar Rodriguez, Sergio Busquets, Rodrigo de Paul, and Tadeo Allende with Matteo Silvetti and Lionel Messi at the top of the formation. For Nashville, Joe Willis remains in goal. Josh Bauer, Jack Mayer, Walker Zimmerman, Andy Nahar left to right, with the midfield of Patrick Yazbek, Eddie Tagseth, and Matthew Corcoran. And then it's Sam Surge, Alex Muil, and the striker, Hani Mukhtar. It's going to be a right-to-left Nashville attack in this second half. An attack that was difficult to come by for Nashville, for the exception of just a couple of fleeting moments in the opening 45. Can Inter Miami impose its will, or are they going to let Nashville breathe life? At different times, it's been different results this year for Inter Miami in different situations. They have completely been able to snuff out the opponent, or they have let the opponent believe a bit. This would not be the match that you want Nashville to have any sort of belief. And we are underway in half number 2 here on ESPN South Florida. Here's a turnover right away for Nashville. Left attacking third, Messi. Messi feeds into the right box, and Nashville able to swipe it away. And Inter Miami's going to chase after it in its midfield, but Nashville wins it, charging up the near right side. Heading towards the right of the box, a low cross, and Nashville has scored 30 seconds in, but they wave off the goal. It's going to be no goal. Sam Surridge thought he had made it 1-1. Falcone lays injured in the box. Boy, what a sequence there. What a run that was made by Nashville. Just out-racing the Inter Miami back line. Falcone and Surridge came together, and Falcone, oh boy, it looks like he might have injured his knee. I don't think there was any contact there. Jacob Schaufelberg did come on in the second half. He's the one who raced all the way down the pitch. Falcone is still injured in the middle of the box. And I believe Nashville was offside. I believe that was the call at the last moment. It was Maxi Falcone who played Surridge offside. Now Falcone is up. Yeah, I think Surridge might have been a step offside. Rocco Rios Novo did not read that cross well. And Inter Miami is fortunate to remain up 2-0. Oh, my goodness. Somebody's going to have to account for Schaufelberg. That was the urgency we were talking about. He, for the first time tonight for Nashville, played like a player. who feels like the season is on the line and Nashville has back against the wall. Corcoran came off for Nashville. That's why Schaffelberg is in. Brogman in for Yazbek, so a whole collection of substitutions for Nashville. Meanwhile, Inter Miami into the left attacking half. They dodged a major bullet at the onset. Gonna need to cinch it up. Dan Lovitz as well comes on in place of Bauer for Nashville. Trying to gain some sort of traction in the match. Inter Miami, middle channel, left attacking half. And now here's Rodriguez, outside left channel. Trying to bang through two different defenders and had it easily dispossessed. Schaffelberg in the attacking midfield for Nashville. And Rodriguez nearly won it back, but Nahar able to win it for Nashville. And a beautiful ball from Schaffelberg. And Surge was offside as Mukhtar tried to play it to him in the right wing. And eventually the ball is rolled on to Rocco Rios Novo, Inter Miami goalkeeper, and Schaffelberg then blocks an Allen pass out of play across the near right end line. So Nashville very much on the front foot coming out of the dressing room, as you'd imagine. This is the best that they have looked all match long, and these opening 3 minutes have been pretty overwhelming. It actually was a throw-in awarded to Inter Miami, near right corner. Busquets back to Alba, and he'll whip it out about 30 yards away. Nashville is able to maintain possession. Alba plays it down in his own box left side. Oh, nifty passing in their own box for Inter Miami. Oh, Messi with a beautiful scoop. Inter Miami on the counter. Into the left attacking midfield. Baltasar Rodriguez will send it to the outside left channel. Silvetti looking for reinforcement. Silvetti pushed from behind. And then Messi one-touched it. Silvetti won it off of a Nashville defender. And Inter Miami will send it back into its attacking midfield. Desperate racing back for Nashville. Eddie Tagsepp was the one who was able to catch up eventually to Rodriguez, and Inter Miami had its counter thwarted. Here is Ian Frey for Inter Miami. Turns the corner in the defensive midfield. Nice job by DePaul as Frey hits the ground. The referee says play on. DePaul, far right touchline, still going. Chugging into the left attacking third. Driving forward right of the box. Oh, what a cross! He couldn't quite find Silvetti. It's clear to the last moment by Nashville and Nahar. And DePaul's going to let it roll out of play far side for an Inter Miami throw-in. Oh, that was nearly magnificent. What vision from Matteo Silvetti. Oh, boy. So the throw-in for Inter Miami. Left attacking third, far side, Ian Frey is going to handle it. Inter Miami 2, Nashville 0. Game 3, first round MLS Cup playoffs. 50-minute mark. Inter Miami has not won a corner tonight, and Ian Frey is knocked to the ground, and then he knocks the ball across the end line for a far side corner throw-in for Nashville. So still unable to find their way to a corner is Inter Miami, but they do have the 2-0 lead. Nahar for Nashville, near right touchline. Nashville in the middle of its own half. Overrunning the ball was Alba, and then Schaffelberg tries to go to ground. The referee gives advantage. Nahar, right of the box, right attacking third for Nashville. Falcone trying to mark him. Nahar maintains possession, and a really weak foul again. Maxi Falcone is the guilty party. He puts his hands on his puffy mane of hair in disbelief as Mukhtar picks himself up off the ground. Nashville's trying to find a way back into this. We are into the 51st minute. There is a long, treacherous road still to come for Inter Miami, even with the 2-0 advantage. Nashville has shown a lot of heart here in the opening 6 minutes. Thought they had a goal in the opening 30 seconds. But Sam Surge was offside after Schaffelberg made an incredible run up half the pitch and delivered a pinpoint cross onto Schaffelberg, or onto Surge from Schaffelberg, but he was a step ahead of Falcone, who at the last moment played him offside in desperation. Great, gritty veteran move from Falcone. Mukhtar, free kick. Top of the box extended near side, right side. Midway between the box and the touchline. A massive humanity at the top of the box. Mukhtar puts his right foot into it, swings it inside the area. It's loose. And then Lionel Messi able to kick it up over his head and outside the area. And the race is on for Rodriguez, able to cut in front of Mukhtar and win it. Now Messi in the defensive midfield. Oh, he nutmegs tag Seth. That was nasty. And a square ball to Ian Frey on the right side. At the border of the left attacking third. Another square ball, this time far side and near side. Beautiful back heel to Rodriguez. Now Alba left of the box. Tried to float it back post. Nobody home. That was a wasted effort from Jordi Alba. And then a foul against Sergio Busquets as he hooked a toe around Mukhtar. Thought he had won the ball back, but the referee gives Mukhtar the drawn foul. We are glad that you are with us on this Saturday night from South Florida. It is warm. It is muggy. We had one night of reprieve 2 weeks ago from the swamp conditions here in South Florida. It was downright comfortable. That's not the case tonight. The OG, Oscar Rodriguez, onside engineer to my right. I am Ken LaVicka, Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale. We thank everybody listening on the ESPN South Florida app, as well as the flagship ESPN 106.3. We also welcome everybody on Sirius XM and internationally on YouTube. Thank you for the support all season long, and hoping that there is more football to come in these MLS Cup playoffs. Inter Miami in the Nashville half. Oh, Ian Frey, well done on a spin to keep the ball. He sent Lovitz absolutely sprawling. Now in the middle channel. DePaul 35 yards away. Short range pass Messi. Messi maintained possession for a moment. That ball just sticks to his right foot. Tackled away momentarily. But Inter Miami's going to regain control in the defensive midfield right side of this natural surface. Long ball from the defensive half. Rodriguez. Left box. Alba, but Willis able to get a beat on it. Raced over to the left portion of the area and dove on it off of two hops. Nashville's going to try and come forward with some urgency here. Inter Miami 2. Nashville 0. Nashville looking for an opening to try and make Inter Miami think about it. Defensive midfield tag Seth far side. Briefly rolls it on behind him to Mayer, and now back to Tagseth. Tagseth was really active and impactful in game one, and he has been lost a bit in game two and now more than halfway through game three. Walker Zimmerman, the U.S. men's national team man. Off to the right-hand side and a high, well-struck long ball from the defensive half. Good job, Maxi Falcone, to clear out Surridge. But Mukhtar won it in the middle channel. Mukhtar left of the penalty arc, and Nashville cannot convert. Surridge tried to right foot curl it into the upper right, and he mishit it out of play. Mukhtar did all he could, weaving and winding and absolutely efforting his way, bullying his way to the top of the box, laid it off to Surridge, and Surridge hit it so poorly, I can't tell if that was an attempt at a golazo or a cross, a delivery to the back post. Man, Mukhtar has been a leader on the pitch tonight for Nashville. He has scored a goal in this series. That came in game one on the final kick. On a free kick that beat Rios Novo, got a hand on it, couldn't keep it out of goal. Nashville wins it back in their attacking midfield after it pinballs off of a few players. Tagseth, middle channel, sends the ball near side along the touch line. This is Nahar. Still about 35 yards out, rolls it back to Zimmerman, and now Nahar again. Wants to make a turn along the touchline. That's extinguished across that near touchline by Baltasar Rodriguez. Nashville settles for a throw-in. This is sent outside the upper right, and it's won by Rodrigo DePaul, who's knocked to the ground, and a foul is called. And it's Gaston Brugman who's whistled for the foul. He was the MVP of last year's MLS Cup playoffs for LA Galaxy. They were the champions. And then Western Conference basement dwellers in 2025. Inter Miami back into the Nashville half. Rodriguez, good handle, several back heels, and now Silvetti races up the near left touchline. He has it in the near left corner, left of the box. Silvetti, good ball left wing. Here's Busquets. Busquets Middle channel, Messi pops it into the left box. Rodriguez let it play through, and Zimmerman made contact with it for Nashville, and Willis had to sprawl to his left to roll on it. It never got to Alba. If it did, Alba was going to have a great opportunity. Zimmerman almost made his goalkeeper have to really work for that. And instead, Nashville keeps it at 2-0 Inter Miami. Now on the counter, Nashville looking to produce something. On the far left touchline, it'll be rolled on to Tagseth in the defensive midfield for Nashville. Mukhtar, middle channel, and a ball that got through. Sends it, Surridge, right box. Surridge near the end line, tried to cut it back. And Allen delivers a blocked pass into the seats behind Rocco Rios Novo's goal. It's going to be a corner for Nashville. Now, Inter Miami is getting caught a bit flat-footed here in this second half as we bring you into the 58th minute. Nashville is really trying to go vertical against this Inter Miami defense and finding some decent success. Near side to far side corner coming. Right-footed delivery from Mukhtar of Nashville. He approaches. Good pace on this to the right box, and it is hit out of play into the seats by Walker Zimmerman. Got a right foot on it, and now he is injured. Trying to see what he is nursing. He got grabbed on the left hip by Sergio Busquets. Those two were clutching at one another. Zimmerman is claiming that his left ankle is hurt. And Rosendo Mendoza, the referee, looks over Zimmerman just to make sure he's okay. He can stay on because no physios came out. And Sam Surridge for Nashville grabs Rocco Rios Novo's water bottle, the Inter Miami goalkeeper. That's good humanity right there. I always love that when the opposition can come up, get a little hydration from the opposition, from the opposing goalkeeper. The night is over for Baltasar Rodriguez, who put in good work for Inter Miami. In the first, Javier Mascherano substitution is entering the Venezuelan international Talasco Segovia. So Segovia will enter the fray, just not for Ian Frey. Segovia in game 3 officially. So Segovia takes over on the wing as Inter Miami gets into the attacking midfield left side of the pitch. Messi, good ball, swiping it on to Frey on the far right touchline. Frey meanders for a bit, now sends it back outside right channel for Messi. Pops the ball over 2 defenders to Frey, right of the box. Frey, dangerous looking delivery, left box. Nahar headed it away from Alba, who is lurking, but Alba wins it back for Inter Miami, and there's your first touch for Talasco Segovia, 25 yards out. Now middle channel, Busquets out of the right wing, 25 yards away to Paul. Swings it to the outside, far right touchline, Frey. Frey to Paul, short range pass. DePaul retreats, and now he's going to send it attacking midfield. Maxi Falcone into the midfield circle for the homegrown product, Noah Allen. Inter Miami back to work in the Nashville half. We are past the hour mark. 2-0 Inter Miami. Do or die game 3. First round, MLS Cup playoffs. And Nashville finally wins the ball back, and Joe Willis will left-foot it away from his goal. Mukhtar headed it behind him. Noah Allen heads it forward back into the Nashville half, and a foul called on Sergio Busquets. The referee says there was contact with Brugman of Nashville. Quick restart for Nashville. Inter Miami trying to get back. Meanwhile, Surridge outside the upper left, into the left portion of the box, cuts it to his right foot, and sends a shot to the left post and a diving, sprawling stop. Rocco Rios Novo. That shot never got airborne. Surridge hit it a bit, and Rios Novo with the quick reflexes to make a hand save, fully extended. So Inter Miami survives that. Inter Miami has got to be careful. There are going to be quick restarts for Nashville off of whistles. Inter Miami in its right defensive third. Busquets on to Messi, who comes deep into the defensive half to receive that ball. Sends it attacking midfield. Allende, well done by him. 2 touches, and Inter Miami maintains possession. DePaul, now Busquets outside the midfield circle. On to Messi, left attacking half. Wants to center right of the box. He does. In the right box. Silvetti onto his left foot. Silvetti cuts back to his right. Silvetti shot, and it's just wide of the left post from a tough angle. He almost cut it past Willis in what was a potential moment of glory for Matteo Silvetti. He did everything right, got it onto his right foot, and could not quite find the far post. And he also, was that Messi? No, I believe that was Jordi Alba. It was Allende who was making a run towards goal and couldn't quite get a left foot on it. That's not Allende's fault. There was a ton of power behind that from Silvetti. Nahar battling for Nashville in his own half. Sends it high into the air and contact, no whistle. And Inter Miami's going to win it in the Nashville half. And a Nashville player is injured at the middle point of his own half. And that is a frustrated Alex Muil, who gets up off the turf and he has something to say to the referee, Rosenda Mendoza. Inter Miami rolled the ball out of play. Some sportsmanship to check on Muil. And I believe Schaffelberg, as he should, is just going to throw it back on to Inter Miami. And he does. And Noah Allen is the recipient of that, and he'll roll it back to Inter Miami goalkeeper Rocco Rios Novo. Inter Miami still with a 2-0 advantage. And a long ball from Rios Novo, a fight for it in Inter Miami's attacking midfield. Allende was in the middle of a scrum, and Nashville able to win it in its defensive midfield. Tag Seth. As Messi tried to steal it from him. Good sliding pass by Tag Seth. And now something brewing here for Nashville, but it's extinguished by Jordi Alba. Schaffelberg was trying to make a run up the middle channel outside the penalty D, and Alba sends it 3 yards deep. Make it 3 rows deep across the far left touchline. Nashville trying to get back on the ball. Down 2-0 in this second half of the Game 3 MLS Cup playoffs, round 1. Rodrigo to Paul in his own half, deep in his own half for Inter Miami, able to evade 2 defenders. Give it Ian Frey to the left of his own box. Now Rodrigo to Paul was pulled down from behind, and then DePaul is knocked down a second time, and then Nashville is awarded a corner, far side to near side. DePaul sitting there, can't believe it. The first time DePaul went to ground, he was grabbed by the shirt and tugged to the turf. The second time might have been a bit of embellishment, but that first time definitely contact from behind, and then a push on the second one. He was tied up with Lovitz. And now the short corner left box. Back onto Mukhtar. He puts a right foot into it. It took a deflection. And Maxi Falcone going to find it. Right of his own area. And he will chunk a ball out of play near touchline. Not the best ball there for Maxi Falcone, but all things considered, job done. Lionel Messi, 2 first-half goals. Yet another brace for the legend. Inter Miami 2, Nashville 0. And Nashville in its own midfield. Defensive side. Mayer will end up teetering into the right attacking half. Now Tag Seth in front of the midfield circle. He chops a left-footed ball airborne on Nahar outside right channel. Nahar versus Segovia. Nahar for Nashville. Nahar has to make a turn. Nahar got around Segovia. Nahar gives it Tag Seth 30 yards away, right wing. Tag Seth floats a ball left box, chested by Nashville. Mukhtar, left flank. Good footwork momentarily by Brugman of Nashville. Inter Miami won it right back, and then a foul as Inter Miami was trying to come forward, and a card is shown to Jack Mayer, and that is Lionel Messi, who's on the ground, favoring his left ankle. That's the second card of the night to Nashville. And the physio is going to come out. So Messi is being worked on. Jack Mayer, the first ever Nashville draft pick, number 2 overall, 2020 MLS Super Draft. And he's the youngest Nashville player ever to score in a Major League Soccer match. Messi is still being looked at by the physios. Second time he's taken a shot low here tonight. He'll get up. He'll have to head to the touchline here momentarily. It's one thing you have to look out for as Nashville gets more desperate, as Nashville plays with a greater level of concern, which is already at a peak right now, as they see their season start to slide away. Their challenges are going to be harder. Their tackles are going to be more physical. You just got to watch your back if you're Inter Miami. This Nashville side plays hard. It's why they were able to get into the postseason, why they look like a team that could have finished in the top four for a vast majority of the regular season, cooled off a bit in the final month and a half of the regular year. And finally, Messi is up. Messi appears good to go, and a long ball off the free kick deep into the Nashville half, and a foul against Matteo Silvetti as he ran into Walker Zimmerman, and a foul. Make that a yellow is shown to Matteo Silvetti. So Rosendo Mendoza, he has been card happy tonight. Zimmerman, who played for the U.S. men's national team in the Qatar World Cup and in the Paris Olympics. Yeah, it looked like Silvetti going up to try and play a ball with Zimmerman, trying to box him out on that airborne ball. Might have unintentionally caught Zimmerman with a lifted left elbow. So purposeful or not, that is a cardable offense. Right now, Inter Miami has two players on the pitch with a card, Rodrigo DePaul and Matteo Silvetti. So Javier Mascherano, what's next for him? He has made one substitution, Talasco Segovia into Baltasar Rodriguez, who was on a card. We are past 69 minutes, and Nashville will try to work forward. Inter Miami, thanks to Lionel Messi, with the 2-0 advantage. 9th minute, 35th minute for Messi. One in the 9th minute, did it himself off a turnover in the 35th minute. Beautiful build-up from Inter Miami. Silvetti the assist. Here is Schaffelberg against Noah Allen. Nashville versus Inter Miami, and Allen had to make an urgent play near Schaffelberg right of the box and head it and concede a corner across that right end line. Inter Miami has yet to enjoy a corner tonight. Mukhtar, the number 10 for Nashville. Right side, near side to far side, right-footed cross. This is sent short into the middle, and then it falls to Surridge about 16 yards away. Put a big right foot into it. It took a knock off of an Inter Miami defensive foot, and it'll be another corner near side to far side for Nashville. And I think Sergio Busquets at the last moment had to go off of a shoulder. That might have saved a goal. Mukhtar, this corner delivery to the top of the box, and this time Busquets able to swipe it down, but he gave it away. Schaffelberg left foot. That was blocked, and finally Busquets able to knock it away. Inter Miami's going to go on the counter. Oh, Lionel Messi nearly with a side of the foot. Beautiful delivery on the far side. Make that Alba, who nearly picked out Segovia. If that's 2 inches more airborne, Segovia's 1v1 with the keeper. And Jordi Alba so slick, so smooth, so ambitious. Inter Miami needs to shore up the defense. We have just under 20 minutes left of full time. 2-0 Inter Miami. Attacking midfield Nashville. Inter Miami trying to keep it shaped defensively. Here's Brugman. The outside left channel, now into the right attacking third. One touch from Mukhtar. And now Brugman meanders left of the box. Sends a feed near the touchline. Maxi Falcone able to right-foot it out of the box. But here is an attempt from the upper left, and Rocco Rios Novo able to field a shot sprawling to his right-hand side. Keep it out of the net. I don't know if it was necessarily on target, but it was a good attempt regardless. And Inter Miami After that dangerous shot from Dan Lovitz, comes out of there, still up 2-0. Oh, good ball, Messi, up the right wing, Segovia, chugging towards the upper right of the box. Segovia, right foot, Silvetti, his shot from the top of the area got blocked away. Desperate clearance for Nashville. Inter Miami back on it. 25 yards out. Right wing. Silvetti. Square ball. Left box. Alba. Now Messi. 1-2 with Alba. He has it along the end line and he feeds it top of the 6-yard box. It's a goal for Tadeo Allende. And that might put Inter Miami into the quarterfinal. Alba to Allende, who was camped out just waiting for the gift. He found it and he blasts it right by Joe Willis. The build-up superb, the finish undeniable, and Inter Miami has been dominant in Game 3. Messi to Alba to Allende. Alba was simply tucked into the end line, and Tadeo Allende had to just roll gift wrapped onto his right foot. Alba was onside. And man, Tadeo Allende, that is the easiest goal he is going to score with his left foot. And I don't know what Joe Willis was doing for Nashville. He just stutter stepped and hesitated, went absolutely nowhere. Meanwhile, Alba was able to collect and survey, and Allende was able to just sneak in between three Nashville defenders who had lost track of him. And Allende able to score. Yannick Bright, recently extended for Inter Miami, is going to be substituted on with Inter Miami up 3-0. So Nashville has, for the most part, been on the front foot in this second half, but Inter Miami has more quality. So Matteo Silvetti's night is over after an assist in the first half to Messi. And Nashville making a substitution as well. Let's see who came on. It's going to be Teal Bunbury. So Bunbury will see some action for Nashville. Inter Miami 3, Nashville 0. Two goals for Messi, a goal for Allende, an assist for Alba, an assist for Silvetti. Those are your key stat line components here tonight. Schaffelberg for Nashville. Oh, he is absolutely rushed off the ball by Segovia. Now, counter opportunity again. Messi, Allende, he's into the right portion of the box. His chip is in! Tadeo Allende, chipped Willis. Inter Miami is going to the quarterfinal of the MLS Cup playoffs. Allende has a brace on a Messi assist. Inter Miami is delivering the knockout blow to Nashville. Allende, expert touch with a right toe. Willis had committed, and it sails over his head into the left side of goal. It's a masterpiece. And Inter Miami may, unless something stunning happens, washed out of their collective mouths the horrific taste of last season's ouster at the hands of Atlanta United. Oh my goodness, Lionel Messi with a perfectly weighted ball. I mean, it just makes you feel things. Just incredible work. Two goals for Inter Miami in a matter of 2.5 minutes. And Allende with both of them. Inter Miami has Nashville in a chokehold, and it doesn't look like it's going to change anytime soon. And then a foul called against Inter Miami off the restart. It's Lionel Messi. That's the second yellow that Mendoza, our referee, has shown Lionel Messi this season. Nashville a long ball. Teal Bunbury, who just came on, collects it along the far left end line. Now he's left of the box. Some nifty footwork to clear some space. And now Mukhtar into the middle channel. Tag Seth. 40 yards out, Nashville. Right-footed delivery and a foul against Ian Frey as Bunbury goes to ground. This will be a free kick just inside the border of the far left side of the box, extended. Frey is frustrated. Meanwhile, Nashville trying to find any way to gain any hope of getting itself any sort of really weak pulse here in the 77th minute. It'll be Mukhtar with his right foot to stand over it. Is he going to try and put it on target? Or is he going to try and feed somebody? The line is set about 16 yards away from Rocco Rios Novo's goal. Nashville a free kick from 24 yards, and Mukhtar sent a right-footed free kick right into the wall, high into the box, and good job by Yannick Bright to send a deflected ball airborne. Allende misplays the ball in his own box, but had the wherewithal to head it on to Rodrigo to Paul, and Nashville has to deliver a ball back into its own end, and Nahar goes to retrieve. By the way, your Joe Willis tracker, he has conceded 22 goals to Inter Miami in the Messi area. And Maxi Falcone was pushed to the ground as Nashville was trying to surge towards Rocco Rios Novo's goal. It's Bunbury, who not only is called for the foul, but he's also given a yellow. So Bunbury's been in the match for 4 minutes, and he's already in the book. That's efficient. So the ball sits about 15 yards away from Rocco Rios Novo's goal. Again, I want to reiterate, Joe Willis this week, the goalkeeper for Nashville, talked extensively about how the Nashville side felt disrespected because all the talk in this series was about Inter Miami. All the talk was Messi and Inter Miami. As Messi surges forward again, and he's cut down from behind. And a yellow is shown to Tag Seth of Nashville. I wonder if Javier Mascherano considers subbing off Lionel Messi, because Nashville's going to try and deliver anything forceful they possibly can, either out of desperation or frustration, down 4-0 in the final 20 minutes. It might behoove Javier Mascherano to get Messi off of this pitch. No movement yet. And I know that Messi dictates whether he's going to stay on or come off, but you want Messi at peak condition against Cincinnati in the quarterfinal on the road. But back to Joe Willis. Said that he thinks his team tonight was going to thrive off of the disrespect because all the talk was about Inter Miami. Nashville has been far from thriving tonight. In fact, they are closing in on what appears to be a white flag. Maxi Falcone off a dangerous ball to the middle channel, defensive half by Yannick Bright. Falcone does well to banana a ball, far right touchline to Frey. Now Rodrigo to Paul. High square ball near side. Alba tried to chest it down, didn't get great contact on it. Segovia was trying to run onto the ball, but couldn't, and Zimmerman has to defer back to his goalkeeper, Joe Willis. He of the disrespect grievances. Nashville in its left defensive half, 4-0 Inter Miami. As we are 81 and a half minutes gone on this Saturday night in South Florida. Tag Seth in his defensive half, floats a ball far left touchline. Nashville in possession, border of the attacking third. Hold back to Tag Seth. He retreats. Inter Miami is really trying to pressure the ball, but do so smartly, not to be caught off guard and caught flat-footed. Here's a chip into the penalty D. Good job by Falcone to play that. And then a weak foul is called against Inter Miami. Yannick Bright and Sergio Busquets cannot believe it on a foul 27 yards away. That was Brugman who went to ground. Busquets and Bright are both saying, we're just standing there and Brugman's running right into our legs. Tyler Boyd is going to take off Sam Surridge, and this may very well be the white flag we were talking about. BJ Callahan, the manager for Nashville, running out of options here, down 4-0. We have about 8 minutes of regulation left to go. Mukhtar, this is a direct free kick, middle channel. Again, 27 yards away, we'll estimate. There's the whistle. And Mukhtar will let Brugman take it, and he short hops Rios Novo. Tough save for Rios Novo. It was right at him, and he did well to clutch that ball into his midsection and not allow a rebound. Messi and DePaul exchange passes in Inter Miami's right half. Now Noah Allen to the near touchline. Jordi Alba, Inter Miami right to left in the attack. Now Segovia, Bright. Floats a ball. Jordi Alba, left attacking half. Could not control it at the last moment. And Nahar is going to deliver behind his head into the attacking half. And then Sergio Busquets is called for a foul as Mukhtar once again willingly goes to ground. And Mendoza says, I'll give it to you, Hani. Boy, has Mukhtar had a favorable whistle tonight. So Inter Miami has a long ball sent up the middle channel and a handball by Boyd as he was stride for stride with Noah Allen in the penalty D. Boyd made contact with his left arm, and Inter Miami will have the ball back. So Inter Miami staring a matchup with FC Cincinnati square in the eyes in the quarterfinal of the MLS Cup playoffs. The team that Inter Miami struggled most against this year, throttled in Cincy, was Inter Miami in the regular season. And then a hard-fought 0-0 draw for Inter Miami, where they were really outplayed by FC Cincinnati in that match. Injuries and suspensions kept Inter Miami with a very piecemeal roster for that match to earn 1 point from the eventual 2 seed in the Eastern Conference. This is going to be a very full strength, it appears, Inter Miami's side going against FC Cincinnati. FC Cincinnati certainly had to work against Columbus. It was forced to a Game 3 after FC Cincinnati was vastly outplayed in Game 2. And then Cincinnati able to squeak by Columbus in Game 3 at home. That game is going to be in Cincinnati, which again, Inter Miami was not very competitive in the regular season at that venue. Here is Messi, cuts a ball from the midfield, left box Alba, looking for reinforcements. Alba to the back post, and nobody was there. Segovia overran the ball. The timeliness of the run wasn't quite there. And now Shuffleberg for Nashville is going to drive forward. Angle in left into the right attacking third. Shuffleberg, step over, and he's extinguished by Yannick Bright. That was a wonderfully physical and smart and supreme defensive play. Allende is taken to the ground as he tried to send Inter Miami out on the counter. And the referee blows his whistle for a foul. I suspect we're going to have some pretty significant added time here. We have had several lulls in the action. Lionel Messi, Tadeo Allende, both with braces en route to this 4-0 advantage. Inter Miami in complete command. Off the restart, Falcone in front of his own penalty arc. Sends it to the far right touchline, Ian Frey. Frey able to race right by a defender, and then he's pushed from behind, and a foul is called. That was, I believe, Tyler Boyd, who was whistled for the infraction. So Nashville's season, it appears, is coming to an end in an emphatic way. Alba, Segovia, Alba, and he pops it right on to Yannick Bright. That's a great piece of ball handling from three different players. And now Bright into the left attacking half and able to get it to Segovia. Square ball into the midfield circle for Messi, and he's grabbed and fouled by Boyd. Tyler Boyd, his third season in Major League Soccer, second for Nashville. Here's Lionel Messi, middle channel, and he had it kicked away from him as he was entering the top of the box. And Nashville retrieves. Just over 2 minutes left in full time. We await what the extra time is going to be. Inter Miami has not had a corner tonight, but they are if Inter Miami does have one. They are brought to you by Lotto Ryder Smith, Ivy, and Cronrath, represented injured people and their families for more than 35 years. Visit foryourrights.com. Nashville meanders into the right attacking half. Boyd to Bunbury. Yannick Bright wins it back off a back heel for Inter Miami. And then Sergio Busquets is pushed to the ground and fouled. And he is favoring a right knee. And now he gets up. And by the time we restart play, we're going to be past the 88.5-minute mark. Inter Miami is going to end up unbeaten in 11 of 12 against Nashville. Just prodigious dominance from Inter Miami against this Music City club. And this will go down as one of the more impressive ones, only rivaled by the 5-2 beating Inter Miami put on Nashville in the regular season finale. But 4 straight contests against Nashville. You won't see that anywhere else in soccer, a team having to play another side 4 straight times, and Inter Miami is going to be 3-1 against that same team in those 4 different meetings. And Inter Miami in that span outscoring Nashville at this juncture 13-5 in those 4 matches. I had to do that math in my head, which is increasingly difficult for me. Inter Miami in its own half. Rodrigo to Paul near side. Heads to his right. Had it tackled away. But Maxi Falcone is there to blast the ball skyward. It is high, it is deep, and it is out of play. In the Nashville end across the near touchline.
Substitution for Inter Miami.
Tomas Aviles. We haven't seen him in a while for Inter Miami. Tadeo Allende comes off to a standing ovation. 2 goals tonight for Allende, who finally acquits himself nicely into his first postseason. Aviles, who had a very rough moment late in Game 3 last year against Atlanta United as he lay prone and injured in the box. Atlanta continued to play, and it led to a game-winning header in the 76th minute. Aviles took criticism for that. But it looks like Inter Miami is going to exercise demons this evening. Here's a high floating cross from the outside right channel. Really just sort of a desperation right footer from Gaston Brugman, and Rocco Rios Novo skies with no yellow shirts around him to bring the ball down via his hands. 8 minutes. 8 minutes of added time. As we thought, there's going to be a lot of extra time. So the 8 minutes of added time presented by your local South Florida Audi dealers. Test drive the new Q5 today at your local South Florida Audi dealer. Visit AudiUSA.com. 8 additional minutes. Inter Miami far side in its right defensive third. And Telasco Segovia wins the ball in the defensive midfield, charges into the left attacking midfield. He has Alba to his left. Segovia will spray it to Messi to the right of the box. Now into the upper right. Messi slides it to Segovia. Back heel on to Messi. Messi had it dispossessed at the last moment. He was one touch away from being able to unleash a left-footed shot. Inter Miami is going to recover the ball 30 yards away, but a whistle. And it'll be Nashville ball. I believe that was an offside against Inter Miami. And Willis will restart from the top border of his box for Nashville. Here's Nahar right up the middle in his defensive half, and now rolls the ball right across the midfield stripe to Walker Zimmerman. Now Schaffelberg near right touchline. Schaffelberg, Zimmerman on to Nahar, right box. Avila is able to get a brief touch on the ball, and now finally he's able to clear with the right foot, shoveling it away with Nashville players lurking, 3-4 of them. We are over 2.5 minutes into 8 minutes of added time. And Nashville into the Miami half, right side of the pitch. Mukhtar now tag set outside right channel. Now Nahar hugs the touchline, 30 yards away. Nahar looking for options, goes middle channel. And a right-footed delivery into the left box. And a handball in the box not called against Nashville. A fight for it. And Inter Miami wins it. And now it's a 3-on-2. Alba making a run forward. DePaul didn't see him. Instead, Messi middle channel. And that was not a great ball from DePaul. DePaul's frustrated with himself. And he tells Jordi Alba, my apologies. I could have sent a long ball and you would have been 1v1 with Willis. Meanwhile, Boyd for Nashville takes a deflected shot from 30 yards out, and it rolls right on to Rocco Rios Novo, who's going to take a nap on the ball right in front of his goal. We are approaching 4 minutes into added time. 93-43, the clock reads. Inter Miami in front of a sellout crowd in Fort Lauderdale has put together a fairly dominant performance, and the scoreline reflects it. Mukhtar, a heavy chest. DePaul couldn't win it yet for Inter Miami. Finally does. Pokes it on to Frey in his own box on the right-hand side. And then Nashville bandies the ball across the left end line for an Inter Miami goal kick. Well, we will find out sooner rather than later when the quarterfinal is going to be played between Inter Miami and Nashville. It is going to be in Cincinnati. Meanwhile, the rest of the Eastern Conference will play out, and Maxi Falcone is tackled hard from behind as he chugged his way into the midfield. That was nicely done by Falcone, who has had a really strong night for Inter Miami. A really strong night. Inter Miami in no hurry to push the ball forward. Instead, they're going to play it back to Noah Allen. Jordi Alba, right defensive half Inter Miami as Noah Allen traverses near side to far side. Now in the middle of the defensive half, here's Busquets. Now to Paul. And now Aviles on to Busquets. Busquets, is he going to defer to Rios Nova? The answer is yes. And he corrals at the penalty spot. So you're going to have Philadelphia and NYCFC on tap. In the quarterfinal of this MLS Cup playoff, it'll be the Eastern Conference semifinals. Here is Tag Seth coming forward. And now Mukhtar dribbles through 3 defenders, tries to play through, and Noah Allen able to shield off Bunbury. And the ball rolls to Rocco Rios Novo outside of his 6-yard box. Allen and Ian Frey give each other high fives. They were there, Johnny on the spot. And we have just under 2 minutes left to go. 2 goals for Lionel Messi. 2 goals for Tadeo Allende. An assist for Alba, an assist for Messi, an assist for Silvetti. And Inter Miami gives it away in the midfield. Nashville going to try, at the very least, to put 1 goal on the score line It's all elementary from here, though, for the men in pink. Inter Miami, the South Florida side advancing. Something they could not do a year ago. Aviles with the steal for Inter Miami in the Inter Miami area. And now Yannick Bright. Is Inter Miami going to push forward, looking for one more? Bright with an ill-advised pass in the midfield circle. Wanted Messi, and that was stolen away. Here's Schaffelberg racing to the top of the penalty D. He unleashes a left-footed shot. That is off the mark. He pulled it wide. And we have about 30 seconds left. Inter Miami is going to move on as the capacity crowd stirs in Fort Lauderdale. Boy, does this feel good after what happened right here just a season ago. As Atlanta United celebrated, Arthur Blank, their owner, went into hysterics. And the Atlanta sweep. Inter Miami is going to get the job done. Boyd for Nashville misplays it across the far end line. We approach 98 minutes. We approach the end. Mendoza blows the whistle, and Inter Miami has exercised the first round demon. Lionel Messi got the momentum going with 2 goals. Tadeo Allende, 2 goals in the second half. And Inter Miami finally pushes the shroud that covered them all season long. The first round loss a year ago, and Inter Miami advances 1 year later. A convincing, a professional, and overwhelming performance. And Inter Miami takes down Nashville 2-1 in the first round of the MLS Cup playoffs with a 4-0 triumph at Chase Stadium. Inter Miami has gone unbeaten now, 11 of 12 against Nashville. The loss last Saturday in horrible elements in the Music City, a mere blip on the radar in the all-time series between these two teams. And now Inter Miami has not only beaten Nashville in a Leagues Cup final and knocked out Nashville in a U.S. Open Cup, but Inter Miami has also extinguished a Nashville season in the MLS Cup playoffs. The trifecta, if you will. We'll see who the man of the match is. I believe it's going to be Messi with his 2 goals and an assist. Allende with his brace. And again, you had Jordi Alba with an assist and Matteo Silvetti with an assist as well. No real drama here tonight for Inter Miami. Nashville thought it had a goal in the first 30 seconds of the second half to cut Inter Miami's lead in half, but an offside call on Sam Surridge, who did not have a particularly good night after being the man of the match in Game 2. And Inter Miami will play FC Cincinnati in the Eastern Conference semifinal and in the quarterfinal overall of the MLS Cup playoffs. We'll take a break, and when we return, we'll have the post-game show here from Fort Lauderdale. Inter Miami 4, Nashville 0. And it's happy faces this time around in a Game 3 of the opening round of the postseason. This is Inter Miami football.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2025 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2025 Defender 110 P300S for just $889 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs. Installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
The pink smoke is in the air. This is the Inter Miami postgame show. Here's Mike Rizzo.
Jay Stadium in Fort Lauderdale, and it is a winner for Inter Miami. It is a clean sheet for Inter Miami. It is a berth into the MLS Cup playoff quarterfinals for Inter Miami, and it was Inter Miami 4, Nashville 0. I'm Ken Levicka. To my right, and boy, is he a lifesaver, is the OG Oscar Gonzalez on-site engineer. And Inter Miami is able to overcome a storyline that was a dark cloud that hung over this franchise all of this 2025 season, no matter the competition, whether it was MLS regular season, whether it was CONCACAF Champions Cup, whether it was FIFA Club World Cup, whether it was the Leagues Cup. Everybody wanted to refer back to the upset 8-1 Atlanta United triumph a year ago in a stunning Game 3 here in Fort Lauderdale. And, of course, you're going to have a lot of hand-wringing with Inter Miami finding itself in the exact same situation this year. This time the opponent was Nashville. But Inter Miami came in, didn't panic, and really eased into the match thanks to Lionel Messi very early in this one in the 9th minute. If you recall, it was Sam Surridge converting a penalty for Nashville Game 2 in the 9th minute, and that really set the tone, at least in the first half for Nashville. It was dominant, while Inter Miami got the 9th minute tally from Lionel Messi, and that first half ended up being completely lopsided in favor of the South Florida side. Nashville showed more competitiveness in the second half, but by that time, it was too little too late. And once Inter Miami was able to grab its footing in the second half and re-navigate itself into the more aggressive side, well, Inter Miami took the bludgeon and finally finished the job against Nashville. Let's go ahead and look at game stats from this one. And your full-time stats, Nashville 11 shots to Inter Miami's 9, but Inter Miami a 5-4 shots on target advantage. Nashville blocked 4 shots to Inter Miami's 3. 423 Inter Miami passes, an 86.5% accuracy number, while Nashville 409 passes, 88.8%. 6 Nashville corners. Inter Miami wins 4-0 without a single corner attempted tonight or awarded tonight or earned tonight. 4 Inter Miami crosses, 3 for Nashville. Nashville offside 3 times to Inter Miami's 1. It was the second offside that came just a handful of seconds into the second half that pretty much ended the hopes of Nashville. Surridge looked like he had a tap-in goal on a beautiful run from Schaffelberg up the right side in urgent manner, put it on a platter to Surridge, who scored, but Maxi Falcone with a wonderful play at the last moment took a step backwards in the box. Surridge didn't see it out of his peripheral vision, and he was a step offside. It was so obvious that it didn't even go to review via VAR, and that was a big blow to Nashville. Saves 4 for Rocco Rios Novo, only 1 for Joe Willis because he saw 4 goals go by him. 4 clearances for Nashville. Inter Miami only needed to tally 2. 20 fouls called against Nashville, 16 against Inter Miami. Each team had 4 cards, and we did not have a yellow tonight. Inter Miami 5 shots on target to Nashville's 4, as we mentioned. And Inter Miami moves out of the quarterfinal with a 4-0 victory. When we come back, we'll have a look at the MLS Cup playoff scoreboard presented by Hard Rock Bet. That is when we return to Fort Lauderdale. Your final score line, Inter Miami 4, Nashville 0, or do we keep it here we'll keep it here for the Hard Rock score line. Oscar Gonzalez saying, Ken, what in the world are you doing? Just handle the rest of the post-game show, man. And you know what? I will, because I do what Oscar says. All right, so let's go through the Hard Rock Bet MLS Cup playoff schedule. Okay. So these span back to yesterday. And let's go to in the playoff round. Hold on. I just want to make sure that I get caught up here on these MLS Cup playoff schedule scoreline numbers. There we go. So game 3s, and it started on Friday night. Last night, NYC FC takes down Charlotte 3-1 to win that series, 2-1, and advance. They will take on Philadelphia in the next round, who swept Chicago 2-0. In the Western Conference, it was Minnesota United in an unbelievable best-of-3 against Seattle with the victory. 3-3 draw, and Minnesota in a thrilling penalty shootout. I mean, just full of juicy drama. A 7-6 victory on PKs. Earlier today, FC Cincinnati 2, Columbus 1. Cincinnati wins that series 2-1 to move on. And in that match, Columbus took a 1-0 lead just past the hour mark. But then an equalizer mere minutes later by Cincinnati. And then the game winner from Souza in the 86th minute. Cincinnati finds a way. They get a late heroics, and now they're going to await an Inter Miami side with the 4-0 triumph that Inter Miami enjoyed tonight over Nashville for what's going to be a blockbuster, extremely high profile, put names on the marquee type of showdown in the quarterfinal of the MLS Cup playoffs. The winner of that will earn the right to go to the Eastern Conference Final. So Inter Miami advances further than it ever has in the MLS Cup playoffs via this 4-0 victory tonight to close out Nashville 2-1. So we'll go ahead and wrap things up here from Fort Lauderdale. I want to send along several gigantic thank yous. We were working through some things at the start of this match. And so I want to thank Julian Zaldivar for doing an outstanding job of helping us to navigate around some technical problems. Certainly want to thank everybody in IT here at Inter Miami, and certainly want to give a whole lot of and send a whole lot of gratitude to Oscar Gonzalez, the OG on-site engineer, who has made things extremely easy throughout the course of the year. And guess what? Season's not over yet. At least one more match. And Inter Miami, by the way, is 3 wins away from an MLS Cup championship. But you don't want to get too far ahead of yourselves. Inter Miami has an opponent that outplayed it for pretty much 180 minutes consecutive in this 2025 season, FC Cincinnati. For Oscar Gonzalez, on-site engineer, the OG, I'm Ken Levicka. Your final scoreline for a final time from Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. In Game 3 of the first round of the 2025 MLS Cup playoffs, Inter Miami 4, Nashville SC 0. We'll talk to you for the matchup against FC Cincinnati in the Eastern Conference semifinal. Day, date, time to be determined. We'll talk to you then. This is Inter Miami football. Good night, everybody.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2025 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2025 Defender 110 P300S for just $889 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
The pink smoke is in the air. This is the Inter Miami postgame show. Here's Mike Rizzo.